If you're not
Gotta
careful,
be ready for that.
If you have the microphone in front of you and you're willing to go there, it's gonna get picked up, and you gotta be ready.
Hot mics. Hot
mics have gotten people in trouble for generations.
Yeah, decades.
Like, what is something you wouldn't want anybody to know on a hot mic? Right
I'm
now?
not saying it now. I'll get in trouble.
Oh, isn't that music just a sight for sore ears? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Summer's Off Clan. We are back, baby. You know what season this is?
Nueve.
It is. It's season 9. Now, when
Holy
we first started
smokes.
this, I want you to tell me, how long did you think this was actually going to last?
2 seasons.
Yo, you did? You thought we would make it 2?
2 or 3.
Yeah, I think I thought in my head 3 seasons. I'll drop out sometime in grad school, first grad school.
Yeah, we'll move, and then we'll be like, okay, that was fun.
That was enough.
We did it.
Yep, we did what we had to do.
9 seasons,
9
Ty.
seasons.
Holy wow.
It's been a wild ride. We do it just for fun. We hope you come along with us on these journeys. A little bit about us. We are a husband-wife duo who make lists of movies for each other, ones that the other person has not seen, that we feel like, how can you go to sleep at night not having seen these movies?
How can you live with yourself? How can you look in the mirror at yourself?
And so then we show the other person, and then they sometimes hate them. They sometimes love them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they feel pretty mediocre about them. We've got that this season as well. And so there's like a gamut of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But usually you have one person who's at least like somewhat of a fan of the movie that's showing you trivia, telling you about their experience with the movie. And we kind of think about it as it's date night with Ty and Rach.
Yeah, welcome aboard, right?
Yep. Rach, what do you think about this season? We've got like kind of a fun special thing planned. Do you want to cue people in on what this season's going to be like?
Well, I know a little bit about your season, what you have planned for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to lean into a bit of is this a spoiler?
No, I think it's okay.
A bit of a spooky season?
What
would we say?
Yeah,
for
less
me?
spooky, more thrillery.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like everything that I think Rach can handle that is thrillery is on the list, including movies that I know she wants to see that are like technically in the scary movie realm. We're going to approach those this year. I was like, there's too many of them. We've got to get to some of these movies. And so I thought it was just going to be a slam dunk. What about you? What do you have planned?
Man, okay, so my season, I've been sitting on some of these choices for many a season, like 9 seasons at times. Some of these have been on the list for a while, and I just keep coming back to them. Some of them are not big blockbusters. Some of them are like, man, I can't believe you've been sitting on that one for this long. And so it's going to be kind of a hodgepodge. But I'm kind of getting back to my roots, the roots of like what this was about. And this is about just showing you movies that it's like, you haven't seen that. Like literally some of these films, I'm going over to our bookshelf and pulling the DVD off the bookshelf and being like, you haven't watched this? We own this. I'm putting this in right now. You're going to watch this. I think that there's at least 2 films that we own that you have not watched that are on our bookshelf right this second that we're going to watch this season. So.
Sweet. Sounds great. So we're getting back to our roots. Is that what you'd say?
I guess it's a bit of a roots.
Yeah.
A return to the roots for me.
Return to the roots.
Yep.
Awesome. So if you have not listened to a Summers Off episode, and maybe this episode you're like, I don't know these movies, I always think it's best to start with a movie that maybe you know of, maybe you love. Mm-hmm. Be careful. We do trash movies every once in a while.
At times, we're a little harsh.
We're from
times.
Minnesota. We don't call ourselves Minnesota Nice. We call ourselves
Minnesota Real.
Well, we are pretty Minnesota real nice when you get to meet us, you dogs. So our very first episode. I don't know why I decided to make it so hard on myself.
Yeah,
I decided
coming in
to do
hot with 2 films.
2 movies in 1 year. By the way, we haven't visited with our friends since the Oscar episode.
Right.
Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. What I have determined is, so right after we recorded that, Michael B. Jordan, who I did say was a good contender for the SAG, but I thought he had no chance for the Oscar. And then
Wow.
he won the Oscar. It was awesome. The Oscar
Incredible.
night was so fun.
Mhm.
Had a great time. But I'm never doing that Oscar podcast again until after the SAGs are finished. We just sound like idiots. I literally listened to it 4 days later. I was like, so much has changed. So much has changed. Why did you do this podcast? It literally was out of date the moment you published it. Stupid. So we're never doing that again. We are going to take you through a journey today, though. A journey through 2 movies. The Zach Cregger-a-thon. He's the director of both these movies, Zach Cregger. That's a name I'm going to be mentioning a lot today. And this is a journey through which 2 movies, Rach?
We've got Barbarian and Weapons.
Oh, I have a note here. The season title for me isn't horror. It's horrifying.
Oh. Oh, wow.
So that could mean anything. Is this horrifying? Is it a terrible movie? Is it Super Mario Brothers?
Oh, no.
From the 90s.
Not again.
Horrifying.
Please.
Is it little
please.
monsters? Also has to do with scariness. Horrifying. I don't know. You don't know.
I can't wait to find out.
Okay, very good. Rach, let's start with Barbarian.
Let's.
Rach,
Oh.
what is Barbarian about?
Oh, Barbarian. Okay, so I was so anxious about this film because I knew it was about an Airbnb gone wrong.
Yes.
And your girl loves to stay at those home away from homes. And as a woman, we have to be careful, right? We have to be extra careful. And so help me if this film ruins my staycations, my home away from home. So did it ruin it? Maybe. Possibly. Here's what I'll say. I'm really glad I didn't watch this before our last home away from home situation.
Yeah, okay. Can you tell people about, we were just down in Louisiana. We
Yes.
stayed at an Airbnb. Tell us about what happened at the Airbnb.
Okay, so this Airbnb, we'll get back to Barbarian, I swear.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We have to have some tangents, though. This is not our podcast unless I tell you at least like 10 minutes of tangents.
Here's what I always say. You come for the movies, you stay for the stories.
It was a super cute Airbnb. We picked it because it was eclectic. It was a little funky, a little girly pop. It was very kitschy. But so one of the nights, you guys were still doing some filming on some scenes, and I decided to go back to the hotel, to the Airbnb, because we had our dogs with us, and I was going to let them outside a little bit, let them run around, so they weren't so crazy that night. So I do that. I'm getting back, and I throw on the movie Marie Antoinette because, why not? It fits the vibe. That's kind of the vibe. It's very, like, cutesy. We're sitting there watching it, and I'm looking around the main living room, and, like, I'm starting to read, like, the title of books. And, like, one of the books is, like, oh, Wicca. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I look over, I was like, oh, that's a pentagram. Oh, well, that's a symbol. That's, it's to each their own, I guess. I just kind of like just keep looking more, and like there's some crystals here and there, and so just a lot of like books about like witchcraft and like wizardry, and so like there's definitely a vibe as I'm like looking further around the house. Like there's just a lot of things there, so there's just a spiritual vibe there. And granted, it's the South.
Yep.
I'm by myself. It's a vibe, right? One of the dogs.
We were on a little bit of a shady street, too.
Sure.
We were in Shreveport, which love the people. It is the butthole of America. So we have to...
Okay.
we have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge it. And so there was a sketchy street. There were roaches in the house.
There was a roach in the house
and then
at one point,
our dogs also got lice. Or fleas. Fleas from the yard.
Ty, for the love of them, cannot remember the difference between lice and fleas.
They're the same to me. They both make you itch. They both bite you.
They did come back with that. I think they were out in the yard too long.
And so there was a lot of dark happenings.
Yeah. Well, and one of the most interesting thing was there was this like timer, this egg timer that was on the kitchen counter, and they had a little note with it that was like, please don't throw away. This is not broken. It works when it was my great grandmother's. It works when I'm here. And so I was like, oh,
haunted memorabilia.
So I think, again, like
what if you would have taken it with you?
Why would I do that?
Can you imagine if you did, though?
Why would I do that?
You have the egg timer with you still because you collect haunted paraphernalia.
I do not.
You've always wanted Annabelle, Robert the Doll. You want these like haunted things, and you want to put them in like a glass case in your house. That's always been your thing.
All this is to say, had I watched Barbarian before, like being by myself in this like kind of quirky, like maybe like slightly haunted little cutesy Airbnb, I would have been like, "Oop, Ty, come on home. Come on home faster, yeah?"
There was a locked door in this space as well. Permanently locked. It was in the hallway.
And there usually are in Airbnbs. There's usually a locked closet.
Now imagine you open
somewhere.
that door and it's not a locked closet. There's a staircase down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That would have been wild.
Oh, anyways, back to Barbarian. Yes. So basically, Airbnb situation gone wrong. There's a locked situation down into the basement. Find a tunnel that leads to this other tunnel dwelling where this woman has been living, and I don't know how much of that you want me to get into.
Let's save a little bit more, and we'll spoil as we get along a little further.
It was great, guys. It was so good.
You liked it?
It was so good.
Okay, cool. I saw this movie in theaters by myself, and shame on you, number one.
What?
You should have been there with me.
I would never see this without you seeing it beforehand.
A partner's responsibility to keep their other significant safe. It is. And you've made me go see some of these scary movies by myself when I want you to be there. Can you imagine how much popcorn you would have nervously ate throughout the first quarter of this movie?
You have had to refill it at least twice.
Oh my gosh, the best story is when we went to Halloween in the movie theater, and Rach had already seen it before.
Yeah.
She ate all the popcorn before, like in the first 5 minutes of the movie. She ate it through the trailers because she was already nervous, and then she ate it for the first 5 minutes of the movie, and it was all gone.
Yeah.
And then she like cuddled up into a ball, into a cocoon, and just hid there for the next hour and a half.
And then just like nervously talked the whole time.
And nobody talked. This theater was silent. Everyone was very respectful. And Rach is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening right now." And it was silence theater. And it was a bunch of young kids, too. They were very respectful. It was like Gen Z was there to study the film.
Boring.
You were freaking
Have some
out.
fun. Let's chat a little bit.
That is a hard thing going to scary movies with Rach in the theater, is that she does want to talk. And it is a tough environment to be with her. I like almost want to apologize to everybody. Like, I'm sorry. It's my wife. She's crazy. She's wild.
I can't help it.
So, Rach, I want to start this journey by talking about Zach Cregger.
Yes.
He's kind of our man of the hour this episode. Oh, it won't be an hour, by the way. Man of 2 hours this
Wait,
this
what?
episode.
2
Who knows?
hours?
Who knows? So Zach Cregger's first film that he wrote and directed was Barbarian. He is one of the founders of the sketch comedy show Whitest Kids You Know. Did you ever watch any of that show?
Nope, never heard of it.
You never heard? You have seen sketches.
I've never heard of
guarantee
anything related to this.
There are sketches that you have definitely seen. There's like a trio. There are 3 dudes, and then they would do like all these like random ass sketches, and they were pretty funny. They came about right around when we were in undergrad. And so they were like kind of part of that YouTube era, but they were on like I think actual television as well. I think they might have been on Comedy Central. But Whitest Kids You Know was like a really popular thing for like the generation right before us and then our generation too.
I'm gonna bring that fire and that rage up a little bit more in this one, yeah?
Okay.
I want you to do it again. I want you to do it happier and with your mouth open.
What?
Yeah, happier and with your mouth open, okay? I love it. I
No,
love
no,
it.
no,
You're doing
no.
great. People, top of page 20 by lunch. That's the goal. Let's roll camera!
But he worked on a bunch of sitcom stuff after this, so he was an actor mostly, but also did a lot of writing, a lot of creation. So he sat down and he started writing this idea. He had no plans. He just was like, I'm just going to literally take this line by line and see where it goes. He had been inspired. He read a book about how women ignore red flags called The Gift of Fear. And he was like, okay, I'm going to give my main gal character all the red flags she can handle and try to convince her to like not leave the apartment or the Airbnb and to see how far it can go before it like goes on its edge. Is that how you write? You're a writer. You write film.
Yes, I write. What do you mean?
Do you have like no idea? You're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take this line by line and see where it goes.
No.
I know that's not how you write.
That's a trick question.
That
No.
is more how I write.
That's incredible, though. like taking it line by line like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And just seeing where the journey takes you.
That is a great writing exercise.
I think
I could try.
I actually think it's a really fascinating way to do it. So he got about like 30 pages in, and he's like, okay, she's down in the basement. This guy has been given just enough signs that he might be a little like the naughty boy, little Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the point where he would take her and he would like kidnap her and throw her in her room and lock her away.
Yeah.
He's like, well, how about instead of that? Because that's so obvious.
Yeah.
Somebody comes out of the dark and bashes his head in.
Yeah.
And so that's like where his pretty much how the writing style came. He's like, I need to flip this all on its head. And I need to do something completely bonkers and crazy. And then in Act 2, he's like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go from here? He's like, I want to be done with this. And I want to retell the story of somebody coming into the same Airbnb, only instead of it being a woman, we're going to make it a man who has like a bunch of white privilege, is rich, has like all these circumstances like going for him where he should not be scared. And let's see how he interacts in the same environment with this same stuff and watch that like differentiation between it.
Yeah. Oh, so interesting.
What'd you think of that?
Well, and I loved it because that person, now we enter in Josh Long.
Justin Long.
Josh Long. What was I, Josh
Yeah,
Long?
I don't know. Sorry.
Who's that? Justin Long enters into the mix, and he is awesome in this. He is so great in this film. And we haven't seen him in so long.
So when I saw this movie, I didn't even know Justin Long was in it. He wasn't in any of the promotional materials. About a month into the run, they made a new trailer. Instead of the trailer with Skarsgård and the main gal, they had this other trailer, which it was all about Justin Long, and it was like all the funny bits of the movie. And it said, come see Justin Long's new movie. And then it showed flashes of all the horror stuff, and it said Barbarian. And so that was like, hey, you remember Justin Long? You guys should come see his new movie. And so they totally changed their promotional materials, but I didn't see that. So when I'm watching this movie, all of a sudden Justin Long singing that Ricky Tikki Tavi song and driving in his freaking Cadillac, I was like, this is awesome.
I.e. the church, I.e. the government, I.e. school. But when I got a little older, I learned how to kill 'em myself.
So great. Yeah, because he's such even though he plays like such a despicable character, like he's still like so likable, and like you want to like root for this character to have this arc and to have this change.
Yep.
Because he's Justin Long. You're like, yeah, he has that in him. He's gonna change. Like you feel for him because he can play. He plays like such beautiful colors in this. And then I won't spoil it until we get there.
No, we can spoil. Go ahead. We'll start talking about
when we get there, obviously.
Okay.
But like, and he just like, it's just chef's kiss. His whole character is just chef's kiss in this. I love it. I love it so much.
It's very fun. So this movie is kind of separated into 3 acts. And the third act wraps up the contemporary story, but then it goes back in time, and we get to see the person who made this house, made these tunnels, did all these terrible things. And there has been a lot of talk about like, you need to make another Barbarian movie. You need to make another Barbarian movie. And he's like, the only other Barbarian movie I could make would be to follow around this guy, like kidnapping girls and stuff. And like, he's like, who wants to watch that movie? That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So his whole thing is like A24 passed on it. A bunch of people passed on it, and they were like, it's just not for us. We don't really like it. This following around this rapist character is really a hard sell.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, that's only the third act, though. You have these first 2 acts that suck you into the movie, and now we're just going to find out how we got here. But he had a hard time. He shopped this thing around for 2 years. Nobody would pick it up.
Really?
And A24 was into all the weird stuff at this time.
Right.
This is like Insidious time. Midsommar had already, I think, come out around this time. So this is a moment where they're like really exploring horror, and they have been for like almost 10 years. And they were like, no, we'll pass on Barbarian.
Oh, but it's told so cleverly.
I know,
too.
it's totally their
and
style.
In 3 acts, like, oh man, what a miss! What a miss, you guys.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sorry, did you say who ended up? Who produced it?
I actually did not write that
It's okay.
down.
It's okay. But whoever did, you strike gold.
I know I
babes.
have who produced Weapons. We get there. So I want to talk about Georgina Campbell. This is our main gal. What'd you think of her?
Oh, she's great.
I think she's amazing.
She's really good. I thought like she's believable. Are there points in it where I'm just like, girl,
Yeah.
come on? But at the same time, though, like she does end up escaping the house at one point, and then she goes and she does what you want her to do. She goes and gets the cops. She brings the cops to the house, and the cops still like dismiss her because of like where they're at.
Yeah.
Like they think like and how she looks like a meth head, and they're like, you broke into this house. You're telling us that like you broke that window, like, and then they get calls about shots fired somewhere else. They're like, we got to go. You need to sleep off whatever you're on right now, med-wise, or like they're like, we'll come back later. But so like she does everything right to a certain extent, and then she still is like left alone.
And he gives her moments where she's like contemplating, like, I have to do this right now, but I know that I need to go here, but I don't want to. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. And like even when she finds a secret compartment hallway, and she's like, I'm not just gonna wander in there. And so she like reflects the light onto a mirror so she can like look down the hallway and make sure there's nothing weird down there. And so then she can go explore it. So there's like things she does that I think are within the realm of reality. But that was also the Cregger idea. I'm going to give her all these red flags. Let's see how many of them she picks up and runs with like it's flag football. And so she does. She takes a few of them.
Yeah.
And she also says things like, I'm really tough and stuff, like when she's in her interview for the documentary she does. And so she does say things that I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that she would do this. I don't know any of her other stuff.
I don't think I've seen her in anything before.
She was in the King Arthur Guy Ritchie movie, which I have seen parts of.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I don't think it's very good, but and I don't remember seeing her though. But she was in this BBC show called Murdered by My Boyfriend, where she plays like a domestic abuse victim.
Is she British?
She is British.
Oh, well,
Yep.
I did not hear it.
Didn't hear it at all. I would say 10 out of 10 on the American.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, really good. Let's talk about Little Skarsgård.
Little Skarsgård, who's not so little.
He's not so little. I was going to look up how tall he is. I think he's really
freakishly tall. Probably, I'm going to say 6'2", 6'3". Is that even freakishly tall?
I think he's taller.
That's probably not freakishly
I
tall.
think he's like 6'6".
6'7".
No, he's 6'4".
6'7", 6'4".
Still pretty tall.
Pretty tall.
Little Skarsgård had to be the choice for this. He was chosen purposely because pretty much all of America knows him as Pennywise.
Yeah.
And they already associate him with like, be on your toes. He is dangerous. And so to make him be the guy in the Airbnb is a fantastic choice.
It really
But he's
is.
also somewhat attractive.
He's kind of cute.
I think he's cute.
Yeah, when he's not in clown makeup, he's kind of cute.
Pretty attractive.
For the most part, his eyes don't bother me, but every now and then he has that eye that
He
just
does
like
do
doesn't
that
track.
weird, yeah, that eye, that Pennywise eye thing that I thought was like a makeup thing. It might just be a Skarsgård thing.
I don't know what it is. It's like there's a name for it. Obviously, he did not get the.
It's almost like one lazy eye, right?
It's kind of like a lazy eye, something that he probably didn't have like the training for when he was a kid to get like he didn't have the eye patch.
Oh yeah,
and
you
didn't-
need to wear the eye
didn't
patch
do like
glasses.
the tracking, so I don't know if that's like a Sweden thing or wherever that they just like chose not to like correct that. I wonder if say like one of his brothers also has that too.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like a hereditary situation.
Oh,
But
okay.
they chose to keep it, which is cool. It's a choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's not always visible, but like down in the tunnel, especially when he has a flashlight on him and he's getting his head bashed in by the woman who lives in the tunnels. Yeah, it's very, very visible at that point. It's like, oh man, there's that eye that doesn't track.
But so he also chose this because he was like, I don't want to keep playing the villains, and this is a nice role because I subvert that idea.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not the
tiptoes
villain.
on it.
You think I'm the villain, but I'm not.
But he's
I'm actually
not.
a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that their relationship and like how it was kind of developing was really craftily done.
Yeah, yeah, such a cool role for him to take on.
Yep.
So cool.
Yep.
Chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
And this is a really weird situation. It makes total sense. But I thought that, you might want some of this, but if I open it while you weren't here, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, Jesus Christ. I thought you wouldn't want any if you didn't see me open it, so I waited.
Justin Long. Might know him from Accepted, Jeepers Creepers. He's Just Not That Into You, Rach's favorite movie. Cregger said that when he was casting for that role, he wanted a young Tom Hanks for this role. Now, he did not cast Justin Long right off the bat.
Really?
The first choice
Interesting.
was another actor around the same age, shorter, much buffer, much more historically attractive, like more of like an A-list not A-list in actual like movie stardom, but he's probably more a B-list, but A-list in movie star good looks. Zach Efron.
I was gonna say Zach Cregger-a-thon.
Were you really?
I never
You
guessed
should have
right.
guessed. You should have guessed.
I
Throw it
know.
out there.
Oh, the one time that I was like, I think I should guess.
Yeah, and this is I think this is before. Well, he might be beefed up from Baywatch. I can't remember if he's beefy yet
Oh, it
or
was
not.
back in Baywatch times?
I can't remember. I mean,
It wouldn't have been around Iron Claw times?
no,
Is
Iron
this
Claw was
old?
just like a year ago.
Oh, so this is a long time ago.
Yeah. Yep.
How many years old is this film?
This
Is
movie
quite an
came
old
out
time?
in 2022.
How old am I?
How old am I? So Justin Long was the second choice,
Mhm.
and I think I love Zac Efron in Iron Claw.
Mhm.
I think Zac Efron's okay in other things. I think Justin Long is the choice.
I think it's hard for me to picture somebody else in this now that I've seen Justin Long do this role.
Yeah,
I think he
he's-
was excellent.
It's pretty
in this.
primo, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and he's dealing with some sexual assault stuff in Hollywood, like kind of from the Me Too era, and it's
Justin Long's character.
yeah,
in
Justin
this.
Long's character is,
Mhm.
and it's so fun to like listen to him try to convince himself he's the good guy.
Mhm.
And
It's
even though
so
he's done
good.
this terrible thing and stuff, and he has a great monologue that we can get into later, but Mother
Mother,
or Mama,
is that the name of the woman who lives in the tunnels?
the creature from the Creature feature.
Yes. Yes.
Mother was a 6'7" guy in a suit.
Oh, no way.
Cregger says this is the most sympathetic character in the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is actually her, and I'm like, Georgina to me is also very sympathetic, but
Yeah, I would
he
agree.
says Mother is the sympathetic character of the film.
Mhm.
He said he wanted to create Leatherface meets King Kong,
Yeah.
and the actor who got it, he put in a self-tape,
Mhm.
and in it he was in his underwear pretending to feed a victim a pickle.
Oh.
And so that's how he landed the role. Gregor's like, you're perfect. We gotta get you in. He said he had no idea on his way to set, like what was gonna even be the character design. He didn't know even anything about the movie. He just knew it was calling for like it had a couple character descriptions.
Uh-huh.
He threw the self-tape together. He's on the plane too, where they filmed. Do you have a guess?
Where they filmed this?
Yeah.
L.A.
Nope.
Detroit.
Nope. Bulgaria.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's a popular thing.
Filming in Bulgaria.
Especially horror movies. Lots of them filmed in like the Yugoslavia region, like Serbia, Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia's not a thing anymore. Croatia, Macedonia. Like they like to pick those kinds of countries.
Uh-huh.
Very cheap rates for crew and stuff. You bring your main crew over
Uh-huh.
and then like kind of get in with the Bulgarian crew, shoot this thing.
Oh, wow.
We have a friend who's thinking about doing the same thing.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
And so that's where they shot this. But he's on the plane to Bulgaria,
Mhm.
has no idea what's ahead of him. It's like, I
Jeez.
don't know what I'm going to be doing. But a lot of the prosthetics that were used,
Mhm.
it's like his mouth still, it's still his eyes. They just like prosthetics around things and they gave him like false teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, when you see me and you see Mother right next to me, you can totally tell. Like it looks like that's my like creepy sister who's right by me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Georgina was so good that Cregger had to change how he was filming. So she would just come with it on first take. She was like first take Rach. Do you want to tell people about first take Rach? One take Rach.
One take Rach or first take. I don't know.
I like one take Rach.
This
One take
is
Rach.
a moniker I have given myself on set. It was something that happened maybe during
Most likely to
Most
succeed.
Likely to Succeed.
Our first major short film.
It's one of those imposter syndrome things. It's kind of like fake it till you make it, and I faked it so much that I just said like, well, we got it. That's one take Rach for you. And I think I just like made everybody believe that, yeah, it was that good. We don't need to do it again.
She said it enough that it has become a thing. We were just on set. Rach just did another film just when we were down in Shreveport. And it was an awesome film. Had a great time on set. Beautiful people, just a great story. It'll be so fun. But Rach was in this other short, and they were still calling her one take Rach.
Oh, after I had done another one where I needed 7 takes. or
Yeah, but it was
something.
funny because we were like, oh, she's not one take Rach anymore. But then her last scene that she did was right on. And it was like, one take Rach.
We
She's
were-
back at it,
We
everybody.
were running out of light. I was like, can you do it in one? I was like, we're going to do it in one.
It was awesome.
That's what you do.
So Georgina was like one take Rach.
Amazing. Good for
She
you, girl.
would just like they would do test shots And you know how that is. So like trying to get the lighting right, the focus right, figure out what the framing looks like. And she was just coming with it. Like she was delivering these A+ performances right off the bat. That Cregger was like, okay, we are wasting some of these amazing shots on Georgina just doing test takes right now. And so we need to have everything set up. And then we bring Georgina in and she hits it right off the bat because we are wasting some of her ability.
Sure.
And because you make an actress do it 8 times, it's going to lose some of the magic.
Absolutely.
Now, Cregger was very nice. He was like, Georgina never lost the magic. But I was like, but didn't she, Cregger? Because you were like resetting, like to make this a one-take thing.
Sure.
But he was just like, no more setup shots. We got to get this in one take. How would you feel about that as an actress?
I mean, I think a lot of times you always want like another go at it because I think sometimes you feel like I can do it again, like I can do it better, but you also don't want to do 7 takes of something, right?
Yeah.
Like I think, I don't know, like what's the sweet spot? Like 2 or 3 is kind of the sweet spot. Like I don't think you always want, sometimes you want 1 depending on like what the material is, but oftentimes I think 2 or 3 goes at it. Like that's the sweet spot.
Yep.
I think.
What I would tell actors as a director and a fellow actor, I would say give them 3 different kinds of takes. So even if you're like, okay, here's what they asked for. I'm going to try it 1. Okay, I didn't really get it. Let me try it again to give you what you want. 2. Then 3, give them something completely different. Because then they can always splice those takes together.
Sure.
They can pick and choose what they want. But you should definitely like differentiate your takes. And so there's options there.
Yeah, you always want to be able to have an option to. And now can we just like play?
Yeah, yep.
So yeah, as long as like you can like splice it and cut and yeah.
I think the
Edit
perfect thing is when everybody feels good about the shot, the focus, the lighting, and everything. Okay, we're gonna do this 3 times. 2 to get exactly what we want. 1 for the actor to do whatever they want. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Cregger wanted to make this like John Carpenter would. John Carpenter's a major inspiration for him. So he tried to do everything practical.
Love it.
And this meant that the actor had a ton of prosthetics over him. He was pretty much running around naked on set. The Cregger would say, all right, it's time for you to get ass out. That was like his big key word. Time to get ass out because that was his actual ass, like running around naked. I guess the first time they made the mother character, the creature, the boobs look too like perky. They look like implants.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, we need to redo the boobs. The boobs look like boobs we'd all want to play with. You shouldn't have boobs that look good.
No.
And so they made them those nasty
They need to
things.
hang low.
So what'd you think of the creature outfit?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
It was so great. I think the only thing with the creature that I just have questions with, and they kind of try to address it, were her physical strength. I was a little like, ripping the arm off of like someone.
Sure,
It's like, let's talk about that. And I know they're like, yeah, it's because like all of those like the inbredness of it, like
Hills
that's what that.
A little bit of Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Inbred.
But then I thought, like, how many times has that happened? Like, what are we
Mutants.
talking about mutant-wise? Like, because the dad's been down there for what? Like, how she's only one. How you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yep.
timing wise, how many? It's not even that many years. Like she's like maybe one version of that.
I think the idea is, and this is going into spoiler territory now.
Sure.
I think the idea is he kidnapped a crazy amount of women.
Yeah.
He would have sex with them. He'd impregnate them. He would like raise the babies. And then the minute the babies came of age, probably like really young, he would impregnate them.
Yeah.
And then he would just continue the cycle and he'd kill them off, like kill the moms off. And so it was this like really nasty cycle.
Yeah, it's really awful.
Yep.
And hence the name Barbarian.
How many he got through, I don't know, like maybe 4 generations. And I think there's a major suspension of disbelief by like how mutated they could get.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. But
okay,
I think that's the takeaway.
Yeah, I think that helps me just, you have to suspend disbelief a little bit there to think that. I think the other part of it, and we don't have to talk about it because it's kind of like gruesome, but
Sure.
And who knows, like the tunnels, who knows how far they go, but like there's no bodies, there's no bones, we don't see anything like that, and maybe we don't need to see anything like that. Maybe this is not that film, and maybe that's like the beauty of his design is like you don't have to see that to also like understand
Sure. Yeah.
the depravity of the situation, but like there wasn't any of that either. So I was just kind of curious about the design of that.
It's interesting that, if he's killed all these women, because there's no other women around, but he kept this mutant baby and he like raised her so then she could continue to be this little mutant
Yeah.
down there in the tunnels. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
He's just too weak now, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know.
And she's obsessed with being a mom.
Yeah.
She watches little baby videos about how to nurse and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of really funny things that come from that.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds really dark, and it is dark,
It is dark.
but there is a lot of comedy
There
in this
is
movie.
still, yeah. It's
You can see that
dark.
whitest kids you know coming out every once in a while.
Sure. Sure. I think that's why it helps to have Justin Long as this character because, yeah, I don't know. He just he plays up this comedic aspect to it that would otherwise would lean too far horror.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
This movie debuts at San Diego Comic-Con in September of 2022, and Disney wanted it to go straight to Hulu. But it was screening so well, people loved it. It was getting such high marks that they're like, "Oh, instead of taking this right to the streamer, this is kind of COVID time. We are going to release this in the theater." So it cost $4 million. It was
only $4 million.
It only cost $4 million.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
I was just watching Faces of Death. Faces of Death cost $7.2 million.
Okay.
And I haven't seen anything that I feel like would have cost that much money. This movie, there's a few things I'm like, oh yeah, the prosthetic suit, that would cost some money. Oh, you got a couple of people I know as movie people.
The people probably cost the most.
Yeah, that would maybe
right?
cost some money, more money than Faces of Death. But this movie only cost $4 million, which I think is incredible.
That's incredible.
Might be the Bulgaria part.
The travel.
Yeah. They built that, they constructed that whole dilapidated neighborhood on that street.
Sure.
Those are all houses that production design did. And then, which looks like this rundown Detroit neighborhood. And then they constructed the house on a studio stage. That is all studio stage stuff.
Yep.
But they pretty much made a whole house on there, which is really cool. Ends up going to the theater, $4 million for the budget, but it made $40 million. That is the same exact figures from the last horror movie we did for Halloween, Rach. What movie was that?
What did we do? Not Rosemary's Baby.
Nope. I think in the same ballpark.
The Witch.
The Witch.
The Witch.
The
also
Witch.
Great Halloween movie.
Also cost $4 million, made $40 million. Same exact statistic. I
Money.
didn't even have to change that.
The money is in horror.
The money is definitely
low budget.
We are in
big money.
a horror renaissance right now. If you are an aspiring filmmaker, think about horror because that is your ticket to the big time. And it is not seen as something that is lesser than anymore. There's a very specific fan base. This is the movies, they fall in love with the filmmakers, they fall in love with these stars. You make the con circuit all the time. It's a gift that keeps on giving, and then you can always transition into mainstream now. You don't have to just do horror now. Some of these people are like, "Hey, I want to do a rom-com now." And they're like, "Okay, sounds good."
Sure.
Which is wild.
Is it going to be weird?
It released it released at number 1. It dethroned everyone's favorite conservative film of the summer, Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, I was going to say Melania.
And it beat out the movie Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. Do you remember that?
Wow.
Which did not do well.
Big movies.
No, but it beat out both those films
Incredible.
on its way to making this big box office grab. Its tag was, "Come for a night, stay forever." It got what percentage on Rotten Tomatoes do you think?
In the 80s?
Higher.
90s.
92% critics.
Well
Audience,
done.
only 70%. Be curious about
It's horror because, it's not going to be for
that.
everybody.
It's weird. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes is really weird because horror is almost going to be capped at around 80% for the best horror ever. It's never going to be 90% in the audience range. Also because I think horror fans are a little particular.
Okay.
But if you throw the movie Melania up there, Reagan, any sort of conservative movie is going to be 95%. It's insane. Christian movie, something, it's always going to be super high percent.
Oh, on Rotten
For
Tomatoes?
audience score.
For audience
It's
Rotten
the
Tomatoes.
conservative population has mobilized to
On Rotten
spin
Tomatoes.
media criticism.
Got it.
It's insane.
And they would say that
There's a
that's
dissertation to be done about that.
Yeah, there is. That sounds like a fun chapter.
What were you going to say? They'll say what?
I was going to say, and that's not what Christian media.
No, they
that's not
think
what they
that-
would say about the media.
Yeah, they think that, especially like film media is turned against them. It's like, well, you guys have mobilized this grassroots effort.
Rotten
that
Tomatoes would
I don't
say
think you can argue that
you are
anymore.
in charge of that.
The Christian Inquirer and Mom Loves Kids and Jesus.com. Like, you guys have enough publications now to balance everything out. I wouldn't worry about
I think you guys are doing just
Yeah,
fine.
you're fucking
Rotten
fine.
Tomatoes says.
Here's the consensus.
Okay.
Smart.
Mhm.
Darkly humorous,
Mhm.
and above all, scary. Barbarian offers a chilling and consistently unpredictable thrill ride for horror fans.
Mhm.
The general intel is that people loved this movie,
Mhm.
but that they hated the ending.
They hated the ending.
What do you think?
We think about how it ends.
So it ends. Okay,
Okay.
now let's get into it.
It's okay.
Justin Long, let's take us through the whole ending sequence.
Okay.
Justin Long does this amazing monologue.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell people about the monologue?
You tell people about the monologue.
The monologue is like, I know that I'm a good person inside. I know that maybe good people can just do bad things, but we're going to get out of here. I'm going to save your life because I am a good person and I'm going to do the right thing because I can't be defined by this one terrible thing that I did and I will forever be sorry about it, but I promise you I will be a better person from here on out. He's like, it's like a jack up monologue, like convincing himself of everything.
Yeah.
Within 5 minutes, they're on top of the roof. Mother's coming at him. He throws Georgina off of the rooftop.
I can get away. But you're gonna have to slow her down. Hey! Come get your baby!
Yeah, which I literally thought was like a dream sequence at first. I thought like, there's no way. I was just like
He had just had
wide-eyed.
this monologue
He
for
just
like
had this
5
monologue.
minutes.
He throws her off because he realizes that like he
It's the only way
can't
to
outrun her,
survive.
and he like says that like I'm gonna have to slow her down, but she's gonna want her baby, like referring to Georgina, and he throws her off.
And he goes, come get your baby.
Come get your baby, and he throws her, and then the mother monster like she jumps off and like catches her, but like they both end up on the ground, blood's everywhere, and you think like, oh, they're dead, and what a piece of shit, he just did that after all of this, like, and you're just like left like, oh my god. Like, I can't believe that.
It's wild.
So if I just put a pause there, I thought I loved that.
Yeah, I did
I was
too.
like, that was awful, but like awesome.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
What a terrible thing for this terrible character to do.
Yeah.
It was so unpredictable. What a piece of shit. I loved the unpredictability of it. And then, obviously, he gets down to the bottom, and Georgina, the gal, like opens her eyes because like the mother kind of like caught her fall, and she's like, oh, and he's like, oh God, I'm so glad you're alive, yeah, yeah. And she's like,
He's like,
didn't
I'm
know
so
what to
sorry.
do.
I didn't know what to do.
You know, and he's like, here, let me help you up.
Oh my God, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I had no choice, you know? She was gonna kill us both, and I had no time to think. I fucking panicked. I didn't even let go. You started to slip. There's nothing I could do. You get it, right? Okay. You're gonna be okay. I got you. I'm saving you. You're okay.
But then you realize that the mother monster is obviously not dead, and she just
Crushes his
squishes
skull.
his eyes out like jelly, and it's awful and so good.
Yep.
And then the Georgina character, you know, as she's being cradled by the monster, who's also very hurt, ends up finding the gun and slowly raises it to the mother
Well, she
monster's
goes,
head.
"Bubba, bubba."
Yeah, and just shoots her between the
Yeah.
eyes, and it's
And then,
the end.
what's that song from the Ronettes plays?
Be
Little
my
Baby.
little baby.
Which is so amazing.
I love the ending.
I thought the ending was fantastic.
I think the ending is really original.
Mhm.
I think it's great. I don't know. I guess people can dislike it, but as it's an original, fresh ending,
Yeah.
which I appreciated.
I think the whole movie is spectacular. Georgina said in an interview, by the way, that Cregger and Jordan Peele were talking throughout this entire process. That they were like
Yeah.
chatting about things all the time. Cregger would call him and be like, okay, Jordan, I'm having trouble with this. And Peele was kind of like being his mentor throughout this whole process, which I think is really cool.
I literally got goosebumps when you said that. It feels like Jordan Peele Jace,
Yeah.
which is a high compliment in
for
this
sure.
genre, for sure. So well done. That's who you want, like, said side by side with you is Jordan Peele in this world, for sure.
Mhm. What was your favorite part of this movie, and what was the scariest part of this movie?
I loved Act 2. I loved the infusion of Justin Long. I thought, like, the humor, like, we had already gotten through the scariest part, which was Act 1 with going to the Airbnb, going through my nightmare of, like, oh,
Yep.
God, like, because it was also scary. Even the Skarsgård stuff lead up was all scary because I didn't know, like, how he plays into it. Like,
Yeah,
is he,
yep.
I thought he was okay, but I wasn't sure. I still wasn't sure, like, is he still going to be, like, a part of this somehow, like, luring her down to the basement? So I was still on edge that whole time, even though I was pretty sure he was safe. So once we got through Act 1, and then we were Act 2, and he was just like goofy Justin Long doing his thing.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
just like, this is so much more
You
enjoyable.
guys, Justin
Ugh.
Long finds the torture room in
Oh my gosh,
in the
that was
basement?
the best.
and he's just excited because there's another room in the house that he might be able to sell for more money, and he's trying to grab the square footage of it. He's moving the bloody bed around in the camera. He doesn't even seem to notice it.
Doesn't even like realize, like, yeah, this
There's a bloody hammer on the wall. He could give a shit.
He's just like,
Oh.
how much square footage can I get for a bonus room in my basement?
He's like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, like, he's just such an awful human, but it's so funny. So yeah, so when his character like gets his comeuppance in the end, like, it's just so it's so good.
Yeah, it's
so
gratifying.
honestly, yeah, Act 2 is probably my favorite
Yep.
out of the whole part.
But it's interesting because he's so I mean, he's talking to his friend in the bar, and he's like, "So what did you do to that girl? Did you do anything bad or whatever?" And that's actually Zach Cregger he's talking to. But Justin Long's like, "No, man, I'm a persistent guy. You know, she said no at first, but then we got into it and everything. I just kept hammering away, and finally, she gave in. Like that's okay. Like all this stuff. Like she wanted it, man. She was down to clown. So you like watch him say these things that you're like, uh-oh. This guy's a bad guy. But then over the next course of the film, you kind of start to like get on his side. And by the time he delivers that monologue, you want to see him be a better person.
You want to see him have
this
the
big change.
realization of like of feeling remorse.
Yeah,
Right. You
yeah.
want him to make amends and to do better.
But then he
and
doesn't.
Then he doesn't. And then you're
He's
like, okay.
Still the same person.
Well,
I just think that is also brilliant. Do you want to talk about any of the acting?
I mean, I thought everybody was firing on all cylinders. I
thought
have no notes.
All three
Zero notes.
main leads are 10 out of 10 fantastic. Like, I think Little Skarsgård is perfect.
Yep.
He's perfect in tone. He's perfect in, like, the looks that he gives are a little unnerving, but they're also, like, intriguing. And also, I find him charming throughout the whole thing. And there's a moment where I'm like, these two look like they're about ready to kiss. And it doesn't look like he's the reason they don't kiss, or that he actually walks away.
Yeah.
And that she was down to clown, and Georgina in the room. And so, like, how they played the whole relationship building, I thought was amazing. Yeah, there's just a lot about this movie that I think is just fires on all cylinders.
It's very, very good.
Now, I'm going to give a rating.
Okay.
And this is what Rach and I have talked about the ratings. The ratings don't really matter anymore. We boxed ourselves into a corner after 9 seasons.
Our personal rating.
Our personal ratings. And so it's more about the films that it's by. And I'm just going to tell you. So when you say, Ty, what rating is Barbarian? I would say like maybe an 88 to 92%, somewhere in that range for me.
That sounds good.
Now, I have to give it a 76% on our list.
No, you don't.
That sounds silly.
No, you don't.
But here's what I'll say. It's by Marley and Me and 27 Dresses, which everyone knows I love those. Marley and Me, I really like. 27 Dresses, I love that movie. And Barbarian, right next to it. I love both those movies.
I love it.
So for me, this is like a high 80% movie. Don't go back if you're charting all the scores. Hopefully no one out there is charting the scores besides us. But yeah, I'd say like, I don't know, high 80s.
Yeah. I would like to save my ratings for the very end because
okay.
my
Sweet.
summaries kind of go with each other.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, I want to flip to, hey, we're 45 minutes in.
Heck yeah, we are.
Okay, so this is a perfect time to transition to weapons.
Weapons.
Or the other title for
Part
this
2.
movie is called Rach Calls Ty a Little Bitch. Do you want to tell everybody about that?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
My parents are probably listening to
That's
this.
okay.
Hi, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Hey, we love you, Panel. You
Okay.
guys won't like Barbarian. I don't think you'll like Weapons either. I don't think you should watch either one of these.
Don't watch these movies.
Yep. Rach called me a little bitch because I forgot to warn her about one of the jump scares.
Oh my gosh.
I
yeah.
remembered
I
one
said
of
it out
them, but I think of
anger.
the other one.
It
She
was
goes, "Dad, you're supposed to warn me, you little bitch."
It came out of nowhere. It was a hard jump. It was a big jump. She was
Was.
on the ceiling, and you said, I'm gonna warn you about the jump scare.
And I didn't warn you about there's a moment where this guy is looking through the window and there's two parents sitting on the couch, or maybe it's the main gal.
Yeah.
She's looking through the window, there's two parents sitting on the couch. It's kind of a little jump scare. But I thought that one was such telegraph.
I knew that
I was
one.
like,
That was
I'm not going to
telegraph.
warn you about telegraph stuff.
The telegraphed ones I knew, and I was okay, but that one that
On
you
the ceiling?
did not. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's two jumps. They're both
I don't
in
need you
dreams.
to spoil jumps for me, but I did need you to give me just like a little bit like,
Watch out.
get ready. And don't scare me when you're
Yeah.
getting ready to jump. Like, I don't need to be just jumped by your jump
So
scare
I
warning,
warned
you
I
know?
warned her of the classic Aunt Gladys on her side sleeping and then gets turned over and then smiles into Brolin's face. Because when I was in the theater, that is the jump scare that I went ah! I screamed in the theater by myself again without Rage. It's just me. I'm at the Main in Minneapolis, the Main Theater, which is a really cool theater, and I'm in a theater full of a bunch of other people. Nobody else makes a sound. So
Nobody screamed at
nobody
that?
fucking made any noises. Only me going ah, and I was like, I started laughing at her. I was like, ah, and I'm like looking around like, it's okay, everybody. I just have a good time over here. But yeah, everybody's just straightforward. Nobody even looked at me. They're probably just like, idiot. What a coward.
Oof, yeah. And that one I was ready for, but like it still was like, oof, that was a big one.
Yeah.
That was whew, lots of jumps.
Rach, give us the weapons breakdown.
Weapons. Oh man, weapons.
And do it in the little girl narration voice that we hear in the movie.
This is a true story. Most people will tell you that I'm going to tell you it in a certain way, and most people won't tell you what I'm going to tell you. Isn't that how she starts it?
Yeah, pretty much.
He was the only one there. Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every other kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, opened the front door, walked across the front yard and into the dark. And they never came back.
Pretty much a third grade class goes missing one night at 2:17 a.m. All but one little boy.
Some people think that 217, by the way, Cregger says there's
Nothing to it?
nothing to it. He has a lot of those responses for this movie. Like, there's nothing to that. I really wasn't thinking of anything as subconscious.
That's
but
fun.
217 is the room of The Shining in the book, not in the movie.
No way.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Ooh, spooky. I
Yeah.
got goosebumps. That's fun. Maybe something just like happened and it just implanted in his head subconsciously. And yeah, and except for one little boy, and you know, that one little boy happened to also have his aunt come visit him just a couple of like weeks before this class happened to disappear, and that little boy's aunt just happens to be old and sick and dying and just maybe happens to maybe be a witch and maybe happens to like have that whole third grade class in their basement. Maybe
Maybe.
we
Something
don't
like
know
that.
for sure.
By the way,
Spoilers.
spoilers. Jeez, Rach.
I went straight for it.
You did.
What was I supposed to do?
I don't know.
We were gonna get
you
there
could have done
eventually.
the setup, but I guess we were gonna spike it
I
down.
spiked it. I was just getting to it. We got to get through it. Guys, it's so good.
So while working on Barbarian in 2021, Cregger's one of his best friends, co-founder of Whitest Kids You Know, Trevor Moore, he fell from a second story in his house. He was intoxicated, or maybe there was some drug use in there. But all that matters is that he had this tragic fall, on an accidental fall, and hit his head and died.
Oh, whoa.
And so Cregger's in the middle of doing publicity for Barbarian.
Oh.
And he is, or maybe he's trying to sell the script. I can't remember. But he's in process with Barbarian. And so after this happens, he starts on Weapons. And it just kind of pours out of him.
Oh, wow.
And he doesn't know how to communicate about what he's feeling about this loss of his friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so this script really becomes like his processing through storytelling. Even though like you'd say, what's that have to do with a friend dying? It's like, I mean,
Don't know.
not really anything.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like stretched things that are like kind of connected to his life. Like there's a lot of alcoholism in the movie, and Cregger's dad was an alcoholic, and he lived in that household, and then he became an alcoholic for a bit too, and now is sober. And so there's like a lot of personal connections to this. But he's like, I can't explain. Like people always want to ask him, like, what's that assault rifle that's above the house? You remember the assault rifle in the clouds when Josh Brolin's dreaming?
Yeah.
And it's like, what is that about? And people are like, is this a school shooting? Like, are you trying to tie this to school shootings and how there's disappeared, like there's no desks that are empty now and all that stuff? And he's like, that's really cool. That is not at all what I was thinking. I just thought of this image and I just put it in the script. So there's a lot of just subconscious here.
Wow.
Which I think is super interesting.
Yeah.
I like it because, like, as critics, we can dive in and dissect and stuff. But I kind of love when filmmakers are like, that you can do that all you want. You can psychoanalyze everything. But for me, it's just what I felt, man. Like, I just put in what it felt right, and that's all it was.
Right?
And I think there's something really cool about
It can
that.
be a lot of things to a lot of different people.
Yeah.
You can dissect like what the artist's intent was, but it's like it can mean this to you. It can mean that to me though too. I feel something totally different when I look at this painting. This painting like brings me joy, and the artist was like, "That's cool. I actually painted that when I was super depressed. Or I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
you look at that and that's joyful to you." Like it's subjective, right?
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I think it's really cool, and that's what Cregger did a lot of with this movie. He has some really powerful interviews about his buddy Trevor Moore and just how weapons flew out of him. It just he felt like he wrote it so fast,
Wow.
and he didn't realize until he was done with the script and he read it back. He's like, "I'm really mad." Like that my grief is manifesting itself in a lot of anger right now. Like I'm just mad that the world took my friend away from me.
Sure.
And then mad about a lot of things. And so, but he didn't realize that until he had kind of looked at the script afterwards. This was another script he did not outline. He didn't plan for it. He just started writing. He didn't know what happened to the kids at all while he was writing it. And then all of a sudden he got to page 50 and he's like, okay, what's going on? Gladys. And he started writing about this Gladys character who enters into the story. But he didn't know why the kids had disappeared for 50 pages of writing.
Wow. So
It's the same with Barbarian. He got 30 pages in. He's like, he didn't know about Mother until 30 pages in.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden he's like, Mother. And I think this is awesome.
Wow.
What a fun way to write.
Uh-huh.
Rather than be like, okay, well, what's our thing going to be? It's like, let the story take you there. I think it's brilliant.
This is a really fun writing exercise. I might just start.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have to have it all mapped out because honestly, it's almost so much harder to go about it that way, to have it all like, what's the twist going to be? It's like, I don't know, just start writing and then it can come. And then you can go back and fill it in
Sure.
and, and add Gladys spots in later on. But like, I don't know.
Well, what I also love about his writing is like it can be boring to write a straight through narrative. So think about what he did in Barbarian, and that gets 3-act structure. What he did with this, like 5 characters, different perspectives. I think it's 5, maybe it's 6. And so when you get bored, wrap up that person's storyline and start a new story.
Yeah.
And just have it in the same world and figure out how they're going to butt up against each other. And just like, okay, refresh. It's like writing 5-6 shorts. And that to me is really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
I already mentioned all the symbols, all from his subconscious. Every studio really wanted this film. So after the success of Barbarian, there was a bidding war.
Oh, fun.
New Line Cinema and WB, they won out over Jordan Peele and Universal. So Jordan Peele is back in the running. Peele really wanted it. There's like rumors about Peele firing people. I actually looked into it. It's not true. But there's this rumor that Peele was so mad that he fired some assistants or whatever. But what really happened was the price got too big, and Cregger's like, I have to go with New Line and WB. And WB was on a hot streak around this time. Like, this is the same year as Sinners, One Battle After Another, Weapons. They're all the same studio.
Yeah.
So this is right before WB gets acquired, and it's having maybe its best year in a long time. Netflix put in an even higher bid, but they would not allow Cregger to do a theatrical release.
Oh.
And so Cregger said, I have to have the theatrical. And he made the absolute right call. We'll get to that in a little bit.
For sure.
This cast was completely different than when it first came about in 2023. He originally cast it. Listen to this. Josh Brolin was replaced by, any guesses? Another person with a mustache usually, who's around the same age, a more recent superstar, maybe oversaturated in the cinema industry right now, is in kind of every movie.
Nope, I don't have a guess for this one.
He was in, I'm going to list movies, and then I'll wait to make them more obvious. He was in Eddington the same summer. Came out actually the same month. He was in, they're all so easy now. He was in Fantastic Four. He was in Materialists.
Oh, Pedro?
Yeah, Pedro.
Pedro!
So during this time, he almost had, listen to this, Fantastic Four, Eddington, Last of Us Season 2, Materialists, and Weapons, all within a few months.
Yeah, a little too oversaturated.
But because of the actors' strike, he ended up dropping out of Weapons, and his schedule just became a mess after the actors' strike. And they're like, okay, we can't. They thought we were going to be able to still work with him. Like, no, we have to recast. And so they ended up going with Josh Brolin, who said that he read the script, and his exact words are, Cregger took the horror genre and he totally effed with it. And he loved that.
Yeah.
And thought that was so cool. I think Brolin's the perfect choice for this. I think Pedro wouldn't have been right for this. He'd have been too sentimental.
Yeah.
I like Brolin's hard edge. Brolin feels like, when I'm watching him act, he's like the conservative construction worker in the Midwest who lost his kid, who's trying to figure out a way to get him back. I don't know. There's something about it that is so interesting to me.
He has an edge to him.
Hey, I want to talk to you.
I don't think we have anything to say to each other.
Yeah, I think you have a lot to say.
You and every other person in this city. Believe me, the message is loud and clear. I'm the problem. Got it.
You know what? I think that's the first honest thing I've heard you say. You are the problem.
What, you want to get in my face? You want to threaten me?
I'm not. Nobody's threatening
you're
you right
barking
now.
up the wrong tree,
Oh,
okay?
you know what? This whole victim persona that you're...
He's the character.
Yeah, he's so good in this.
But Rooney Mara was originally supposed to be the main gal.
Oh, Rooney would have been good.
And then they replaced her first with Renata Rensby, who was in Sentimental Value.
She would have been good too.
Yep. But then they finally settled on Julia Garner, who was in Ozark and The Wolfman.
She was great.
I thought she did awesome.
Honestly, they could all be third grade teachers.
Yeah, they would all been good in that role.
Do very well as waspy third grade teachers.
Rooney Mara maybe would have been too normal of a choice. Like, because she's already kind of quiet and pensive, you know, and like thoughtful and like is kind of like reserved. And I kind of like that Julia Garner plays more, she's more just like kind of awkward and weird. And I think there's something to that characterization that I like more.
And she has a little bit of an edge to her too.
Yeah. Renati would have just been like, I'm just going to blow the acting out of the water. Like, she just would have been the best actress out of them. But yeah, I like the choice.
Yeah, I did too.
What'd you think of Amy Madigan?
Holy smokes. Okay, so I would like to retroactively go back in time. I had not seen her performance before I voted for Best Supporting Actress. I would have given it to her in a heartbeat. I can't believe that I even, like, no offense to all my other gals out there. You all were great, but, like, what was I even talking about? I
thought she was going to win the SAG, but I thought the Oscar was going to go to Tiana or, what's her name? Was Suku? The gal from Sinners.
Yeah, no,
and
nope.
But after because I rewatched those movies literally 2 weeks before the Oscars, and so those were fresh in my mind. I should have rewatched Weapons again to be like, no, it is Aunt Gladys. It's so clearly gonna be Amy Madigan.
Amy Madigan.
It's so
her
clear.
All over I was like, oh yeah, it's a legacy award. It's like,
Yeah.
Ma, it's not a legacy award. She killed it. She killed it. It's hers all day. It's so good.
Cregger had been a fan of her since Field of Dreams, and I've never seen Field of Dreams, but apparently she's the wife in it.
Apparently.
But he was so stoked to meet her that he kept telling himself on his drive there. I was listening to an interview that he did a few months ago. He was like, okay, don't offer her the role. Just talk to her about the role. Don't offer her the role. We don't know if she's right or not yet. Don't offer her the role. I know you're such a fanboy. Don't offer her the role. He gets in, he starts talking to her. He's like explaining like the project and stuff. He's like, oh, it's just such a pleasure to meet you. So here's kind of the project and stuff. We'd love to like consider you and stuff. Are you interested? She's like, oh, I'm very interested. I think this sounds really great. He's like, okay, the role's yours if you want it. He couldn't help himself. And Madigan read the script and she's like, yeah, I'm in. I'm totally in.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
What's so fascinating about her Aunt Gladys is she's scary, but she's also so quirky and fun.
when she puts the wig on and when she's just like, oh, and she's got the energy and
Yeah.
she's like out in public doing her thing, you know, before she's like doing her witch spells and killing people, like she's so delightful.
Yeah,
you just
for
want her
sure.
to be like, oh, hi dear, how are you? Yeah, I was just in town. I just thought I'd pop over. Like, yeah, come on in, Witch Gladys. What can I help you with?
You're not his legal guardian.
Well, no, that would be his parents, of course.
Okay, well, forgive me, Gladys, but unfortunately, I need to speak with his parents.
Well, I hate to say it, but his parents have been feeling unwell as of late, and I'm staying with them to help take care of Alex.
Oh, so that's serious.
Oh, no, it's not serious, nothing terminal. It's just a touch of consumption.
A touch of consumption?
Yeah.
But it's such a fun character for like a witch character because she can like be out in normal times and you kind of just think she's just a strange lady, but you don't think she's like nefarious. But she can also spook you because she's so strange. With like these quick like, oh, I'm hanging on your ceiling, I'm like in your bed. Like all these things, she can freak you out really quickly with these images. But yeah, she's just such an interesting characterization.
Ugh. Man, there was one time when she was wigless and she has her hair was gone too. And I was telling Ty, like, man, she looks like Ed Harris.
I put that in my format. That's so fun.
much in the shot right now because her hair was almost like buzzed. You know how couples like tend to like look like each other over time?
Yeah.
They look like each other in that shot so much. Like the makeup on her was just like, ugh. It was incredible.
I've noticed that.
Incredible.
I've noticed that with you because your mustache fuzz has coming in darker and richer now.
I'm going to kill you.
You're getting more chin whiskers too, so it feels like we're both kind of growing out some fuzz.
Once this microphone is off, I'm going to murder you.
Yes. And you guys caught it on mic. Can you turn the microphones back on just so our listeners can hear?
You thought Aunt Gladys was scary. You just wait.
Oh, that's so funny. My literal next note, I hadn't looked at it yet. I said, you said Madigan looks like Ed Harris in this movie.
They did. Just in one, not in this movie, but in one shot in this movie. I was like, dude, she looks like Ed Harris right there.
It was when she takes off the wig and she's like balding and she's got like the little strips of hair.
Yeah, when she tells him like,
and she's
hey,
got like pursed
you
lips.
could bring
and
me
stuff.
something from all of your classmates.
Yep.
It's like, don't do it, don't do it.
Do you know about the 1999 no applause and stay seated thing for Elia Kazan?
I do.
Elia Kazan.
I did hear about that or read about that.
She called that shameful. She said that the Academy was absolutely shameful for giving Kazan an Oscar in '99. She just thought like the fact that he named names, got people blacklisted in the industry, and that he got out of all the bad stuff, and was pretty much a big coward about that. She's like, how we could celebrate this man is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, she and Harris just sat their butts down there like, we will not be clapping for you.
I kind of love it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and Jim Carrey did an interview right after, and he was at the Oscars, and he was like, I didn't stand and clap for that. He's like, I stayed seated the whole time. He's like, everybody in that room was a bunch of cowards. We just saw a man assault another man, and we clapped for him. Don't be a coward. Like, call it out. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, good for you, Jim Carrey.
Have a backbone.
Yeah. I was like, that was awesome.
Sheep.
I don't have much written about the sheriff guy, but I could tell you, I don't remember his name. He's the guy who played Solo.
Yes. Yeah, that's what he is. Like, he looks familiar.
So I do have a backstory about him. I don't even have his name written down, but I have a backstory about him.
Sheriff.
He was friends with Steven Spielberg's daughter.
Okay.
They made a short film.
Okay.
And Spielberg's daughter and him were like the lead characters in it, and he was, I guess, really funny. Spielberg sees it at her, I think, graduation party.
Okay.
And is like, who is this kid? And he's like, oh, that's my friend or whatever I go to school with and stuff. He wants to break into acting and everything. He's like, well, he's so funny. So he got him an agent thinking that he was going to be like the next big comic star. And then he started doing all this stuff like Francis Ford Coppola and like all these like more serious things, and did the Star Wars thing. And he's like, oh, you went a completely different direction in your career. And he's like, nobody even gets to see that this kid's actually like kind of a comic genius. But I think he's really good in it. Austin Abrams, who plays the junkie, he is a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah?
I'm calling about the $50,000 reward for information about the missing kids, because I know where they are. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of them, I don't know, look like a bunch of them. They're all standing in the basement of this house, just like standing there. And Yeah, I don't know. They're just like in the basement standing all still and shit. And there's like fucking 2 wackos over there, and it's just like fucked up. But so how's this gonna work though? How do I get the money?
He is such a big deal right now that they have actually they cast him in the new Resident Evil movie. That's going to be Cregger's next movie.
Oh,
Did you know Zach Cregger's doing a Resident Evil movie?
I did not.
Well, get ready. Summer's off 2027.
No, I will not be joining you in the Resident Evil.
You will. You just saw 2 Cregger movies and you liked them.
I don't like Resident Evil, though.
Yeah, but you like it when I play the games and you kind of sit there and don't pay attention, but you're there.
No, not really. No, not really.
You've seen Mr. X when he's chasing me and I'm running away and I'm like, ah! And you're like, oh my God, he's going to get you. You've seen it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to watch a movie.
Come on, watch the movie with me. It's Cregger.
I don't think so.
It's Zach Cregger. You love him.
We'll see, but I don't think so.
So out of the new horror guys,
yeah.
This is a little bit of a departure. I want to take a side trip for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who did The Witch in Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's good.
The James Wan who does all the Conjuring films.
Ugh.
Zach Cregger, who did Barbarian and Weapons.
Okay.
Do you, I'm trying to think of anybody else. The Insidious and Midsommar, Ari Aster.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anybody that you're like most excited about out of this group?
Probably Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Cregger.
I think
it's the mixture of comedy.
The comedy. I think
the
they're just smart. I think there's just it's so innovative.
But let me add this: Jordan Peele.
And Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele as well. Jordan Peele maybe even a little bit more than Cregger.
Well, because Get Out should have won the Oscar.
Get Out!
This is a ridiculous
I'm still
concept
mad
that Get Out did not win the Oscar that year. Was that Shape of Water year?
Probably.
Terrible year.
Probably.
Terrible. Shamefully bad.
Still salty about it.
So salty. Or if it wasn't that, it might have been Green Book year. Equally bad.
Also
so
mad.
I'm still salty.
Yeah.
Those 2 years sucked. Get Out. Should have won the Oscar.
So clearly.
Shout it from the rooftops for the rest of my life.
Can't go back in time. Wish we could.
So with that, because I do think Weapons and Barbarian are both better than Us and Nope. But Us and Nope are still really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. But Get Out should have won the Oscar. So
but
it's
Get
kind
Out
of
should have won the Oscar.
So like
Get Out's like
what's
generational.
The scale?
I know,
so
it's tough.
It's almost even because
Almost
like
even.
Get Out is like 2 of these.
If Resident Evil hits, I'll be willing to say that they're even.
Yeah, Resident Evil. Ugh.
If it's good, you're gonna come.
No, I'm not.
Shake my hand right now.
I don't like
Shake
Resident
it.
Evil.
Shake my hand. Shake it. She's
not,
shaking, everybody.
I'm not shaking.
She just shook it. Hey, are you gonna go to Werewolf?
What?
Werewolf.
What's Werewolf?
Werewolf is coming out at Christmas time.
Who's making that?
The Nosferatu guy.
I don't think so.
Who did Witch? You like those?
I don't think I'm going to see that.
You're going to go to that too. We're shaking on it right now. I did not let go.
We're going to be busy.
We're going to Werewolf.
I don't think so.
Well, we're not maybe going to see it in the theaters. We're going to watch it in the comfort of our living room.
I don't think so.
Werewolf is on the table.
I doubt it.
Happening. So Austin Abrams, he lost a bunch of weight for this, but then he was in the original cast in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only carryover from all those leads.
Oh, wow.
Everybody else dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Abrams stayed that skinny for that long, for like 3 years, because he wanted to do this project so bad.
Oh, wow.
And he just stuck it out. He's a Euphoria guy, I guess.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I never saw that show.
Hard to say.
And then Cregger says he absolutely loves him. He's gonna continue on with him like in future films. So, and we're gonna see that in Resident Evil.
Nice.
They filmed this in a bunch of small towns outside of
Maine.
Atlanta.
What?
The kids running with their arms.
Yes.
Iconic.
So iconic.
Next
I
time-
do it too, but I didn't know what it was from.
Yeah, I know. You every once in a while you do the weapons run.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Just because I saw the kids do it on the box.
And you thought I gotta be a part of this.
Yeah.
This
I
new
wanted-
craze.
yeah.
You just said 6'7" earlier. You know, like you're part of the crazes. So the whole arms open thing. A lot of people thought it was for Naruto. Because Naruto, those kids run.
Do they run like that?
I guess so. But no, he said it's actually about. Do you know the Napalm Girl from Vietnam?
No.
There's this girl who when they're firebombing Vietnam, and she is covered in napalm and she's like been burned and stuff, and she's running.
Oh God.
Yeah, and she's running towards a photographer, and the photographer gets these images, and it's the way her arms are out.
Oh.
That's what he was actually trying to replicate.
Jesus.
Is this idea? I can show you the picture. It's very, very sad.
Yeah.
The picture is called "The Terror of War."
Yeah.
So it's a pretty famous photograph. He told Madigan that she could pick her backstory, but he gave her 2 options.
Yeah.
Option number 1: you are a sick woman who is trying to stay alive through the dark arts. I think that's the option that most of us think that, like, yeah, when I watched the movie, I thought this was what was happening. Option number 2, you are not a human, but you are a creature who wears human skin and pretends to be human as you take energy from everybody. Which one do you like better?
I like the dark arts one better.
Yeah.
I just think it's easier to, as a human, to connect with that.
Human.
Like a human, versus being otherworldly. I just think there's a lot. As an actress, I can tap into that easier than trying to be otherworldly.
Yeah.
But maybe she wants a challenge.
Well, there's some eccentricities that maybe would be like, hey, I'm more than just this old witch from, like, some people think she's from, like, the Salem witch trial. She's been around forever and like hundreds of years. Rather than being this old woman, wouldn't it be more interesting? Like, is she more peculiar because she's actually like a creature? That's why she has weird mannerisms and stuff like that. But she does talk about things like consumption, which I think is funny. The tuberculosis. And it's like, wait, they have tuberculosis? Haven't we got rid of that disease? So there is some fun stuff like that. But he didn't want to know her choice. So we don't know her choice either. Nobody knows what she chose.
This is a secret.
But we do know that in the works, unlike Barbarian, where he didn't want to do a sequel, there is a Weapons sequel in the works.
Oh.
And it's going to be a prequel. A lot of people are guessing it is an Aunt Gladys origin story that we're going to see.
What?
What?
Cool.
You know how some weirdos like to scare their castmates on set?
What?
Like, there are people who are like, yeah, I want to be scary, so I'm going to stay away from my castmates so I can really scare them when I see them. I feel like Johnny's kind of like this. Whenever he, like, does something scary, he, like, wants to continue to be scary, like, and scare people on set. It's just weird. My buddy Johnny, yeah, whenever he's played, like, scary villains, he's like, yeah, I like to spook people on set. So then, like,
I don't
always
think
afraid
that is
of me.
true.
No, it is true. Johnny, you can speak to that in our Vox later. So there are those weirdos out there who like to do that. Bill Skarsgård in It was not like that.
Yeah.
He'd be in the clown costume, and right after they get done taking, he'd be like, "Hey guys, come here, give me a hug," or whatever, and they'd all hug.
He was trying to.
He
be
was
kinda
very,
cool with
very
kids.
cute with all the kids. He wanted to make sure that they weren't actually afraid of him on set, and he had to be in the costume for so long. He's like, "I want to have a relationship with these kids, and we can all act well enough that we can get through it." Amy Madigan was the same way. So she would do scary stuff, and then she'd be like doing sweet stuff to all the kids. She'd be very nice to them. And sometimes there were up to 170 kids on set.
Whoa.
And I think the reason was because they'd switch through them, so then they could, like, for hours, you can only have them on set for so long. And so you could kind of cycle through kids.
Yeah, I just starting to think of, like, all the shots that they needed for the kids. Do they even need them that often?
No, I feel like there's like 30 kids here and there.
I'm a very efficient filmmaker. I'd be like, we got the shot. All right, we're good. You're wrapped.
Yeah.
But that's me. I've never made a feature film, so I have no concept of how many shots. But then again, you think of, like, those last scenes with, like, the kids, like, breaking through all the stuff. Like, that's incredible what that would have cost and what made, and to do that safely.
Well, let's talk about that last shot. So the ending, where special spoiler, this is literally the last moments of the film. The ending was filmed with a prosthetic body for Aunt Gladys that the kids ripped apart.
Yeah.
And then they had fire extinguishers filled with blood that then they sprayed on all the kids while they were ripping them apart.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. And got it all over their faces. And Cregger decided, while he was on set, kept thinking about the ending. And the original ending is the main kid snaps the twig. Gladys goes, "Oh no," you hear the rumbling coming from the basement. She runs out to the yard. They chase her down immediately, and they rip her apart. And he was like, "I think we need more." He's like, "I think we want to see them chasing after her a long time through lots of houses, running around. Finally, they cycle back to the yard, and then they rip her apart right outside in the yard, or like outside of some yard. But I don't think it's this yard." And so he plotted out what it was going to look like, gave it to the producers. The producers were like, "F you, this is ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? You ruined the end of your film." And he's like, "No, trust me. This is going to be hilarious, interesting, and nobody's going to forget it. It's just, we have to have this ending." They're like, "This adds 4 days of filming onto the schedule. You know how much money that is? We just blew past the budget." And he's like, "I need it. I'm sorry. I need it. And so they had to make it work. But the producers were not happy.
Yeah, but he did need it.
He did need it. It was so good. What'd you think of that ending?
I loved it. It's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Oscars beginning was this.
Yeah.
Was this ending. So obviously it was very impactful. Everyone's still talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good. It was great.
They ripped her skin off. There's one little
So gross.
There's one little girl who is like who is the one who chases her down, and she gets the most fun track ever. She rips through a sliding glass door. She breaks through a couple other things, and I think she shatters through the front window or something before she tackles her to the ground. I was like, that little girl got to break through so many things. That is awesome.
So fun. You'll never forget that.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
never forget
incredible.
that day or days on set.
So he had Jordan Peele help him with Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
His helper for this movie was a little bit different, but also, I would say, an amazing film director, sometimes associated with horror or like thriller, but mostly just like really great films.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you probably don't get to go to the Jordan Peele well because you didn't,
take
go
him.
with them. So I first should calculate that into your choices.
This-
So who was it this time?
This person watched the film several times, did a lot of work with him on post-production especially, talked about like, oh, so you filmed it with these lenses, we need to edit this way, not that way. I know your intuition is saying that, but just trust me, we got to edit it this way.
Hmm.
Somebody who did, I'm going to name a film. We'll see how long it takes for you to get them.
Oh no.
Zodiac.
This is a filmmaker.
Yeah,
of
filmmaker,
Zodiac?
film director. 7.
I don't know who directed those.
Fight Club.
I don't know the director.
First letter of last name, F.
Mm-mm.
Kind of bird.
It's a kind
Starts
of
with an F.
Anytime.
Do you want to tap?
Yeah.
David Fincher.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who David Fincher is?
No.
He did Social Network.
Yeah.
And
he also apparently did Zodiac and he did,
did Seven, Fight
did
Club.
Seven. Did you know about
Very
that?
famous director.
David Fincher.
David Fincher. Yeah.
Well, Fincher is not a bird.
Finch is what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Isn't Finch a bird?
Finch is a bird.
Yeah.
I've never heard that name before.
Oh, okay. You should look into David Fincher.
We were never going to get there.
There's a lot of great films to study that he's done, and he has really interesting stuff, especially with camera and everything.
I mean, those are all interesting movies that you named, so that's cool.
So he had David Fincher being kind of over his shoulder for this one, which is fun. The budget for this film. Remember Barbarian cost $4 million.
Yeah, what'd we do?
What do you guess is the production budget for this one?
We jumped to 30 mil?
More.
60 mil?
Less. 38 million.
Oh, 38.
So the budget was 38 million. It opened first week 43 million. Made more than
Nice.
all Barbarian.
Nice.
In 1 week.
Holy buckets.
It made 150 million domestic. It was #1 at the box office. Remember, Netflix didn't even want to put it on the box office.
Mm-hmm.
And it was #1 at the box office for 4 weeks. It beat out Fantastic Four and Freakier Friday and Caught Stealing, which came out the same week as it. It finally was dethroned by the new Conjuring movie, which is a stupid movie. But it had 4 weeks up at #1. It was a box office smash.
Wowza.
Cregger with 2 box office smashes. It was going to be released in January. That's a really popular spot for horror movies right now, is to pump them out in January because that's kind of a dead period.
Sure.
In October, although that's leading up to Halloween, it's kind of a tough slot.
Sure.
Action movies are coming out then. There's a lot of like Oscar movies that start to come out around that time.
Fall, you're kind of getting ready for the holidays.
People are generally kind of busy during the fall, so there's not a lot of like, it's not like the summer when they can go to multiple movies a week. This is a tougher time, and so horror has been like, hey, January, February, anybody?
Valentine's Day?
Should we maybe start releasing scary movies for Valentine's Day?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was going to come out in January, but they had test screened it. And once again, like Barbarian, it was so popular. People loved this movie. They're like, okay, I think there's a moment at the end of the summer calendar that would be perfect. And they thought it was this date, and it absolutely killed. What do you think its Rotten Tomato score is?
I think it's in the 90s.
93%.
Yeah.
What do you think the audience score is on this one?
80s.
It is 85%, which to me is like, okay, one of the best horror movies ever. 85 is about as high as you're ever going to get
Yeah.
for a scary movie.
Yep.
It says, Zach Cregger spins an expertly crafted yarn of terrifying mystery and thrilling intrigue in Weapons, a sophomore triumph that solidifies his status as a master of horror.
Yeah.
Madigan wins the SAG. She wins the Oscar for Best Supporting. A lot of people were curious if Weapons was going to get up for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm. I would not have been mad about it.
Rach, let me throw out a proposal to you.
You okay? Are you okay?
Should Weapons have been nominated over Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To me, it's a no-brainer.
The only thing with Frankenstein that it has over this is that Frankenstein had a lot of production value.
And
so,
Guillermo del Toro is everybody's love affair.
Yes.
Everybody loves Guillermo.
We love Guillermo.
I mean, I love Guillermo, but
Who
it's
doesn't?
a little ridiculous how much people are protective
and
of him.
production. And you gotta it does account for things.
Yep.
There's a lot of things.
Weapons had a lot of production.
Yep.
Those fences aren't going to build themselves.
Fences, those glass sliding doors.
There's a lot of sugar glass.
Lot of sugar glass.
So
to
that's
be
pretty wild.
Jumping through. A lot of cans of soup.
Uh,
So that does account for things in the movie making biz.
Yeah.
So
Keep that
that in mind,
To
you.
me, this movie should have been nominated over several films, but I know that's just maybe a me thing.
Mhm.
Like, obviously, I like it more than Marty Supreme.
That's gonna be a you thing.
I like it more than Secret Agent. I like
That's
it
yeah.
more than Weapon or more than Frankenstein. I like it more than
F1.
F1.
Yeah. Yeah, there were quite a few. I think like the bottom 5 it could have just like skirted on past.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Could have been cool.
Now, on your list,
Mhm.
would it have beat any of those films?
Yeah, I just said the bottom 5.
All of those?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool. 6th best movie of the year for you.
Maybe. It's quite possibly.
I
Yeah.
like
Had I seen it, I
it.
would have been like, and let's talk about Weapons.
Oh, I didn't mention this. The original ending to this movie, I mentioned how it was supposed to be short. They were just supposed to chase her out into the lawn.
Mhm.
But the original ending that he had written was where Josh Brolin and what's her name, the blonde-haired gal, they were going to recruit another army of people to control because they're going to figure out how to do the witchcraft stuff. They're going to create a new army of kids and other people to then go after her army, and there was supposed to be this big bloody gang fight like Outsiders that was going to happen. I thought the problem with this idea is a lot of these people are under her control are kids. So we're going to watch kids get ripped apart. I don't think we want to see
We
that.
don't want that.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
We don't like that idea. That's a bad solution. There's got to be a better way.
Are you sure there's no way I'm going to get you to Resident Evil?
I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Especially not the first time. You're gonna have to watch it by yourself and report back. We know that to be true.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Do you wish you came to Barbarian or Weapons with me in the theater?
I can't watch anything the first time. You know that. You
Yeah.
have to always see it the first time without me. You have to preview it.
So I know you were never going to go to Barbarian in the theater. Like, I'll just take that off the list. That needed like several years of convincing. I've been convincing you for literally 4 years.
Yeah.
But for Weapons, I think there's a world where, especially if you would have known what it was going to be like and you
Mhm.
knew that it was going to get nominated for an Oscar, that Aunt Gladys was,
Mhm.
Amy Madigan, I think I could have gotten you to the theater.
There's a chance. Weapons had a chance
Yeah.
of getting me there first round, but it's so hard to know. Now moving forward, if it wasn't Resident Evil themed, like his next film, that's
Will you
not
do the Aunt Gladys prequel?
probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh, here's a good question
Probably
for you.
yes.
So 28 years later, the Bone Temple, I thought was spectacular.
I know. Zombies, Ty.
I know. But
Fast zombies.
You almost, for this movie, you have to watch the first 28 years later. Not the first 28 days later. 28 years later, you have to see the first one. And then you have to watch Bone Temple. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I already watched 28 Days
No,
Later.
No, I know. I said you don't have to watch that.
But I did.
You have to watch 28 years
No,
later.
but I did. I watched the first one.
I know,
and it
but
was
you had-
scary.
So
I watched the OG back in the day.
But Bone Temple is so good, it would be worth you suffering through 28 years later for 2 hours.
I think I've suffered enough.
You would really like it. It's Ray Fiennes. Ray Fiennes, who deserves an Oscar. Can we get Ray Fiennes an Oscar, please? Can we retroactively give Jordan Peele the Oscar for Get Out? And can we get Ray Fiennes an Oscar for the love of
For
God?
something?
For anything. He's deserved about 8 times now. He's so good. Give it to him for the menu. I don't even care. He deserves it always.
We don't care.
He's
Just
so good.
Just give it to him, please.
Yeah, Jesus. So favorite part of this movie, Rach? Spookiest part?
Spookiest part? I mean, I had the biggest jump with the ceiling.
Yep.
Gladys on the ceiling. Woof. Jump. I think the spookiest part probably, I think peeking into the house and seeing like being unnerved by like the parents sitting in the zombie like state, and then like when the local meth head is like looking around the house and like exploring. That was quite unnerving. As far as spooky goes. But really enjoyed it.
Did you have a favorite part or favorite perspective? Because you see all these different character stories.
Whose story? I think the little boy's story, Alex's story.
Which is the saddest story.
When you get,
it's not really scary. It's just sad.
When you get to the explanation, like the meat of like why, because that's when you get to see like Gladys and like when Gladys comes to like live and like the explaining of like what's all happening. That's like when all the puzzle pieces start clicking. Like she's coming to live with them. She's like basically being like a succubus off of his family. His mom and dad are like in a zombie like state. He has to like, you know, bring soup to them every day, and he can't tell anybody about it, or he's gonna hurt them. And it's just it's heartbreaking, but like you get it.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. That was, so good.
Well, and that little kid, he's keeping all the other little kids alive with soup, too. So he has to go down and feed his classmates every day to make sure that they don't die.
Yeah.
It's like, so sad. The ending of the film, the very, very last shot, was supposed to just be Josh Brolin carrying his son away and just a close-up on his, like, kind of like blank stare. And that was the end of the film. I told Rach this yesterday. She's already heard it. But for you guys, there was a test audience, and a lady in the test audience that Zach Cregger was in just went, "What the fuck?" And that was enough for him to be like, "Oh, I think I need to change this. Like, this wasn't hitting right." And so he added a little bit of narration where we find out some of the kids are starting to talk again.
Yeah, the little girl comes back and she's like, and some of the kids are talking again.
Yeah.
Or like, they're not all just like little zombies.
A little comatose, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though like you find out like the little boy, his parents are
probably
being fed soup by somebody else now.
Yeah.
Like, and he's living with a different
It feels
aunt.
like the longer you are under the spell, the further gone you are. And so you wonder, like, will the parents ever return? And it sounds like the kids might return. There's a little glimmer of hope there. Josh Brolin obviously was able to return because he was only on it for a little bit. So
oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Acting talk.
Oh, good. Aces again.
Yeah. Anybody not getting an A?
He's great at
Casting.
Yeah. Like, I know
and
that's
directing.
And directing.
Well, to be honest, it's not all just acting and casting. It's also directing. You're setting your actors up to succeed, and your writing is really, really good.
Yeah.
Some of the best writing in horror.
Firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, dialogue
once
just
again.
so natural, so good.
Yeah, I just think like the scene work. I'm thinking of like even like the earlier stuff where it can get kind of like cliche or kind of when you're just kind of in the fluff stuff of it. Like I thought like wow, like everybody is good. Like this feels natural, or it doesn't feel or is interesting too. It doesn't feel like boring.
Sure, yeah.
In their conversations, it was just it was written very interestingly. I thought.
Yeah.
So. Knocked it out of the park again.
Yeah, I thought everybody was good.
So good.
Yep. I thought this was a slam dunk.
I was surprised. I don't know. These horror films, these thrillers,
maybe horror's not so bad.
Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe you keep showing me these films and I just keep finding little niches where...
Because you like The Witch as well.
I thought The Witch was very good.
You sound like Dracula there. I liked it.
The Witch.
So I gave this an 84%. Remember, it's not about the score. It's right below Halloween and Clueless, and right above Can't Hardly Wait. So if you really ask me, Ty, what's Weapons? I'd be like 95%. So take that for what it's worth. I would really say 95%, but because we boxed ourselves in, it's just it's a little bit below Halloween and Clueless, which are top faves of mine, and above Can't Hardly Wait, which I absolutely adore. Rach,
yeah,
are we ready for your reviews?
I think so.
Okay, do you want to take us back to Barbarian first?
Yes. I said, so Barbarian, So help me if you ruin Airbnbs for me going forward. Like, seriously. And I said, weapons, so help me if you ruin third grade for me going forward. Seriously. Barbarian, I gave you an 82%.
Wow.
Weapons, I gave you an 85%.
Whoa!
We cracked the 80s.
For horror?
For horror. This is the highest horror I've ever given.
Incredible.
Yeah. We cracked the 80s.
Are these your favorite scary movies?
I mean, yes. I mean, other than like Hocus Pocus and like, you know, those are scary. Those deserve honorable mentions.
Sure. But I'm talking about like legitimately like what would be considered scary and like what you would rate it. Like, would you rate Insidious higher?
I've never seen Insidious.
Or not Insidious.
I would never
Hereditary.
see that. I would never see that. I would not rate that would be not be on here because I hate that movie because it's so scary.
Hereditary is too scary.
Too scary. It's good.
Yeah.
But it's so scary. It's the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Paranormal Activities.
Ugh, gross. So scary.
The original Halloween.
So why these get so high is because they're scary, but I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
And I liked them. Like, I would watch these again.
Okay, let me ask you this.
So that's like my ranking is like weird, right? Like other movies are scary and they're on here, but like they're low because I don't like them.
So we already said that we wouldn't show these to your parents.
I don't think so. They don't like them.
Would you show them to your siblings?
I don't think my siblings like scary movies.
I don't think they do either, but would you show these movies to your siblings?
Some of them. Like I think like Zach might like Weapons.
Okay.
I don't think any of them would like Barbarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think just Zach and Weapons. I think that's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's all they could handle.
I think my mom would like both.
Yeah.
She would say Barbarian is weird.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was weird.
Yeah.
But she would still like it, though.
She would like Weapons.
She would love Weapons.
Yeah.
I think my mom would love it.
Mm-hmm.
Dad would be like, why don't we watch things about good stuff? He's like, why don't we watch good stuff? Why don't we watch what's the Las Vegas movie where they get married and then they stay married?
It
Cameron
happens
Diaz.
in Vegas.
It happened in Vegas. My dad loves that movie. He's like, go watch something like It Happened in Vegas, or like watch It's a Wonderful Life again. I want to watch good movies about good stuff.
So cute.
He is. He's such a cute guy. When do you want to tell everybody?
I mean, that's a great segue, I guess. Do you want to tell everybody now?
Maybe. We got done in an hour and a half. We covered 2 movies in an hour and a half. We're cooking.
Yeah.
This season's great.
This season's great.
We're off to a great
We're
start.
off to an awesome start.
I think this is a good time.
All right. Do the honors.
Okay. In the Oscar episode, we alluded to it. Rach got gun shy, and she's like, I don't want to do it right now. Don't want to do it. Cut it. I was like, okay.
Listeners, as many of you who know us personally know, we are expecting again. This time via surrogacy. My little sister, Natalie, is caring for us. And as of this moment in time when we are recording, which is probably way in the past.
Yeah, we have to get these in the can early this summer. So if we reference things, you might be like, that was a long time ago. Yeah, because we had to record early because we got baby coming.
Yeah, so we will just say that we are expecting at the end of July. So baby is coming soon, and we cannot wait to meet her.
We are so stoked, you guys. If you know anything about us, you can hear about our story other places. But we have a short film called Girl Dad that is like making the rounds right now too, and that's pretty special for us because it's also about the idea of like being a dad and loss and all these things. And so it's been a really special time. So we've just been over the moon, you guys. I'm a PhD candidate now. I don't take courses. I'm just writing the dissertation. We have a lot of exciting things going on right now.
Yeah, we're getting ready for our baby shower this weekend.
Woo!
And yeah, we got to get on that nursery. We
Yeah.
got things to do.
It's so pumped. So we're excited that we're able to still do this podcast and to be able to have this time with us and with you. Like I said, this is a good moment for Rach and I to connect, but it's also a good moment for us to like just share our passions and our love with you guys. So thanks for sticking with us for 9 seasons, you little scallywags.
Yes, to 9 more. Who
Yes.
knows?
You know, if you could do one thing for us, we're a couple, we're pregnant, you know, like we didn't ask for anything from our baby registry from you. Besides, what if you not only kept listening to these episodes, but you also, I don't know, went on to your server of choice and you rated and reviewed this podcast and you said, you guys are the best, you're the sweetest, and you're so attractive. That would be awesome. We'd love to just keep this going for as long as we can. Maybe we'll have a little guest on a future episode. Who knows?
Yeah, by choice. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I mean, once they're old enough to start like running around, they're gonna be on the pod too. They're like, yeah, this movie was whatever. Like it's gonna happen. So,
Awesome.
Rach, do you want to tell people what the next movie is gonna be, or do you want to keep it a secret until next week?
No, I will tell you. I'll tell you right now because
Okay.
we're going to jump right in. So, my first.
Rach, by the way, she's also sticking. When you hear this title, she's also sticking with the theme of horrifying.
My selection, my first choice for Ty for the season.
Now
my
remember,
season opener.
I gave Rach her 2 new favorite scary movies.
Yeah, I did this in rebuttal to Ty because I just knew this was going to hit below the belt for him. We are going to watch Sweet Home Alabama. Bye, y'all.